Real truth daily. This is Daily Truths with Dave Ahlman.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Daily Truths. Do you take for granted the blessings that God has given you from day to day? I know I do. I know we talked about this a week ago. We talked about the many different provisions and blessings that God gives us. A roof over our head, clothes on our back, food on the table, provisions from day to day. But do we ever thank God for automobiles, for the ability to get around so easily that we so oftentimes take for granted? Last night, my wife and I watched the movie The Pride of the Yankees, which is about Lou Gehrig. It was made in 1943. And during the 1910s, he would travel around as a boy in a horse and buggy, right? By the end of the movie, 1936, when he retired from baseball, and of course, he passed away a year later of Lou Gehrig's disease, right? ALS. They were cars, right? Not horse and buggy, but cars. And they looked like cars would in the 1930s. The movie was actually made in like 1943, right? And so anyway, I was looking at that and I thought they went from horse and buggy to cars in a matter of just 20 years. Now, some 90 years have passed. And do we thank God enough for the automobile? I know you're thinking, wow, really? Should we thank God for that? Well, let's go to our text. Remember, Jesus had fed the 5,000. He went up in a mountain. He spent time relaxing, refreshing, restoring, reinvigorating, resting, reconnecting with the Lord, right? A lot of re's there. Right? And during that time, listen, the disciples got in a boat. Remember, they were near Bethsaida on the northeastern side of the Sea of Galilee. Now they're going to go to Capernaum, some 8 or 9 miles away. So this is what it says. When evening came, his disciples went down to the sea, got into a boat, and started across the sea to Capernaum. It was now dark, and Jesus had not yet come to them. So they could travel there by boat, or they could walk. That was the only mode of transportation available to people, to the normal people back then. Of course, the Romans had chariots and some of the richer people might have had camels or horses. But for the normal folks, just the middle income folks, the only way they could travel was by foot or by boat. Now you look at this map and you see that they went from the northeastern side of the Sea of Galilee to the northwestern side of the Sea of Galilee. Again, some 6, 7, 8 miles, right? So they got 3 or 4 miles into their journey. This is how they traveled. So think about us. Tomorrow, or today, really, I'm going to hop in the car. My wife and I are going to go shopping. Then we're going to go out to eat. Then we're going to go to our second oldest granddaughter's volleyball game, right? And we might hang out with our grandkids and then come back. How are we going to do all that? With a car. Chances are you're probably going to hop in your car and go places and do things today as well. Do you ever stop and thank God for your mode of transportation? I thank God for this 2022 Honda Pilot. It gets us around. It has some, 80,000 miles on it now, and it's only 3 years old. Oh, my goodness. We drive a lot. Yes, we do. But I thank God when it works, right? Do you ever thank God that it works, that it's not in the shop? The time we really appreciate our mode of transportation is when it's in the shop and we can't get around. We have to borrow somebody's car, or somebody else has to drive us, right? So we oftentimes take for granted these things working well. So today, I encourage you to thank God for your car, to thank God for the mode of transportation that the Lord has given you, that you thank God for the roads that we have and the government, the taxes that we pay, and the government that provides good roads for us to go from place to place. We so often take that for granted. And when I read about this, that these guys got in a boat, and of course the wind was buffeting against them, and it was a rough sea and all that kind of stuff, and we'll get into that here tomorrow and the next day. I mean, the mode of transportation was iffy at best, and it took them forever to get any place. Not so with us. We're accomplishing today, my wife and I are accomplishing today, in one day, what it would take the disciples in Jesus' day a full week to accomplish. Yeah. Think about that one. So thank God for the mode of transportation that the Lord has given you. We oftentimes take it for granted. Thank the Lord that we've come so far technologically that we have automobiles that get us from place to place. Probably have never heard a devotion thanking God for autos. But that's what this one is all about. Have a great day in the Lord Jesus Christ, and that is today's Daily Truth.
Thank you for tuning in to Daily Truths with Dave Ahlman. Pastor Dave Ahlman is the pastor of Mount Hope Church in Boulder, Colorado. If this ministry is blessing you, please consider supporting us by sharing this channel with a friend. You can also like, comment, subscribe, or leave a review. This helps us tremendously. Come back tomorrow for your next Daily Truth.